Hi guys, don't mind me. This is editing Bella sneaking in. I just wanted to say that for the episode that you are about to watch, Bex and I had a wonderful, heart-wrenching time watching episode 1 of Two Kids Room, Bangchan and Seungmin. However, my computer was a jerk and did not store the file properly. So instead of watching the entire run through from start to finish with our live reactions to every moment, what you're going to be getting today is effectively a clip show with the best parts that are, able to be watched, that didn't get garbled, didn't get glitched out so horrifically that you can't hear us, or the moments where we sound like a pair of mini mices because our voices are sped up and the video isn't synced up. So trust our voices. Do not trust the green bars around our windows telling you who is speaking, because I'm doing my best. But enjoy what we do have. I did not want this footage to go to waste because we really took our time and dove into what the guys were saying, what our impressions of it was, what our thoughts were, and how we interpreted a lot of what we saw. So I wanted to make sure this footage still got life somewhere. So enjoy. I'm fucking scared.
Why? I know. It's gonna emotionally wreck us.
Yep. Hi, Secret Keepers. This is SSOT8, Bella and Bex. We are going to be getting into the Two Kids Room series, episode 1, Bangchan and Seungmin, and we are going in blind, only having seen the trailer, which has already emotionally scarred us because poor Minnie is crying in it. And we have recently watched the song Goodbye and sobbed our eyes out. So we're going to watch this together. Is everyone ready?
Because we like to be emotionally traumatized every single day of the week. Obviously.
Yes.
Alrighty. Let's get this ball rolling, Bella.
It'll be fun. Make us feel better about joining the trauma with us and do YouTube-y things like and comment and subscribe and make me feel better about doing this publicly. Okay, I have my tissues ready. I'm not prepared at all. They're babies.
I am not. I'm so nervous.
Look,
I'm so nervous to even push play.
I know. I'm staring at it. I don't want to. Just look at the fucking baby. Okay, I can do this. I'm a big girl.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, push play. Okay.
한마디로 표현하면 내 동생 승민이가 경험해보지 못했을 것 같은 친형.
마음이 좀 쓰이는 사람. 그러니까 형 생각하면 마음이 되게 찡하는 것도 있고 마음이 쓰인다?
Mr. Sung.
I had to give him a memory room just to start. And there's videos playing over there too. Oh my god. Okay.
We can do this. We can do this. We've got this.
We've got this. We do.
Okay.
Go back a little bit. Oh, the pictures. Okay.
잠깐 그 나사를 껴둔 거였고 어느새 지가 뺀 건지 알아서 빠진 건지는 모르겠어요.
Okay. So
I think that's something we all felt.
Yes.
We've all felt that way. Okay, go ahead.
For a short period of time, we used to refer to him as the normal one. And then we learned, or clearly he just removed the screw. Oh, good lord. I really hate this moment. That's when you guys shared the bed and oh, all right, fine. Tell me why you hated it.
그때 진짜 싫었는데.
Remember how we just kind of stared at the screen for a while and didn't press the play button? I think we just found Seungmin's version of not being willing to press the play button.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but could I have ever fit in my high school gear post-college? Never.
Oh, look how much he's grown though.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, it's already playing in the background. Ah!
I heard it.
Goodbye.
I know. Oh my gosh.
I was worried this was coming, that we were going to talk about goodbye in this.
절에 가성으로 이렇게 싹 건드려주고.
I don't like that it's being
I told
revealed.
her.
Oh, mixed feelings. You want
Yeah.
to keep it. Okay. Look at how far away they sat from each other for this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's more of a Sigmund thing than it is a Christopher thing.
Definitely. I mean, he tried out every
It's
seat.
just,
He like Goldilocks that shit.
yeah.
With a nice table in between them, giving them nights of space so that if they want to get extra
Two
emotional, they have a
tables.
guard in front of them. Yeah. They both like have protected themselves for this conversation. So I have a feeling they knew they were going to go into it.
엄청 기대돼.
You know, that's really interesting because I've obviously listened to the song. Bex, you've done a full reaction on it, but he wrote a song and wrote the lyrics that are so both personal and to an extent generalizable to all the other members, and was so willing to hand it off to someone and say, make this your own, when it's his own heart-wrenching story of leaving home. That's
Well,
a lot of faith to have in someone.
Of course, but that's his family.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, Christopher's always been that's their family. So
Yeah.
he's always trusted them to do what would be best for it.
Yeah.
That's why they are so good at what they do, is that trust that's built up.
Yeah, I'm just remembering in the survival show when he said that the team he wanted to create, he wanted it to be a family. That was his goal from the beginning.
Yeah.
Damn, he got it. Ooh.
Let's go back a little bit. I felt like
I went back because of this line, maybe because you had to send away the trainees.
Trainees. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he was selecting who he would take, so there were people he was dismissing or not choosing to debut with them. Ooh. Damn, I always looked at him selecting the members as such this warm, wonderful, amazing opportunity, but now thinking of it from that side of it really puts into perspective.
It has to have been hard.
It's so difficult to do.
You never scolded me, but you never showed me any attention either. That's harsh.
It is.
That's something to unpack right there. Let's keep on watching it. We can go back, remember, and analyze it after we watch it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. We'll make sure we got the meaning of the sentences, and then we'll rip it to shreds later.
Yeah.
나한테 그닥 관심을 주지 않았어.
Poor thing thought his editors would ever keep us out. Sorry, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh. Uncontrollable emotions just from your own thoughts and memories.
That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Seungmin.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where they.
If he likes hugs, I'd give him a hug, but he is a non-touchy-feely type of person.
Nope. He's like Bang Chen is right next to me, and this. Nope. Just let me cry. Let me be miserable in peace, sir. Back away. Poor thing. Oh.
야, 나도 울컥해 이러다가
I remember that one from the second or first Two Kids room. You remember the pork soup of tears? When he just sat there and when Sigmund just sat there and let Seungmin just cried when they went to lunch together.
Yes.
And Sigmund did the same thing, didn't do anything because Sigmund already knew exactly what was going on, how much stress he was underneath, and everything like that. And he knew that Christopher would have resented him or been uncomfortable with him saying anything to him while he was crying.
Yes.
I remember that one. Like a fountain of information. Straight up in my head.
No. I remember that as well. I just saw the phrase pork soup of tears and my brain came to a screeching halt. And I was like, there's something important here, but I don't remember what it is.
See, Becca remembers. Becca remembers everything. It was one of my favorite Two Kids in a Room because I love Seungmin and I love how he is as a person. And I love that everybody tries to understand him. And they accept him for how he is. Yes. And even if it is a little tiny bit off, they all love and cherish that kid. And of the season. But yeah, he's one of my favorites. Keep
Yeah.
on telling you guys, within 5 years, and this kid is gonna be freaking movie star gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he breaks my heart. I love him to death. Like, we can go now, but I
Yeah.
haven't worked for years. I
It
do
just
remember that.
it strikes me so hard hearing the way they're talking to each other about sharing their fears and discomfort and how much they're all under extreme stress. They're all struggling. They're all figuring out how to grow up in this industry and in this world. And then they're choosing to hold on to things so as to not add to what someone else is struggling through when they're all at the same level. With,
Trying to figure out how to grow up together.
yeah.
That's the thing. They're trying to figure out how to grow up together. These kids are not normal kids.
No.
And we all have to remember that. They are not normal kids. They don't go through the same things we all did
Mm-hmm.
growing up. So they have to grow up actually together and
Mm-hmm.
learn from each other. They don't have the outside influence to learn from. They have themselves,
Yeah.
which is, terrifyingly sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And none of them want to cause waves with anybody else. That's what I noticed what Seungmin was saying through this. Is, hey,
Mm-hmm.
listen, this is the way I was feeling back then. I didn't want to be that person
Yeah.
to cause my leader more stress than what he was already underneath. But I was feeling um, alone, basically.
Yeah. Constantly
So,
protecting each
yeah,
other,
yeah.
finding ways to improve to make it so they can protect each other more.
Just growing up and growing together.
Yeah.
Like any relationship, if you think about it, it's like any type of relationship you're in,
Yeah.
be it a romantic relationship, a business relationship, a family relationship. You grow together. If you don't grow together, you grow apart,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're growing together.
Yeah.
And with growing together, you have to grow things.
Yeah. I love that they're sitting and having these conversations now, all
Me
these years
too.
later, and are
Me
feeling
too.
secure enough in what everyone is able, at least with these two. He's feeling secure
Yeah.
enough that Benjamin can hear all these things from him. And it's not a huge
And I,
burden, it's not a huge letdown, that he can finally express it and has gained the words
and
to
I,
do it.
and I think Benjamin has grown so much
Oh, yeah.
from the first of those two kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he constantly is trying to grow and evolve and change as a person. Right?
Yeah.
And I love that about him. And he hears them and he's like, okay, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
He's not defensive. He's not anything else. I hear you.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep the communication open. But let's go ahead and finish it.
Yeah.
So we can go back and deep dive it more.
All right. Pork Soup of Tears. Read it. Every logo was in a perfect line. Okay.
Oh my God. I was so shocked to see that even the angles of the letters were in perfect
Mm-hmm.
line. that is Christopher.
Yep.
Totally. That's Christopher.
Definitely. Sorry, did you just say there's water in the closet?
Yes, there's water in the closet.
Yes.
There's
Okay.
water in the bedroom.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. He's well hydrated. Problem child. Mm-hmm.
That was so good. I
Wow.
didn't even know how good that was. It wasn't as heart wrenching as I thought. It would be just watching something cry makes my heart hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really, really good. It was really, really good.
It really was. Don't play. Just get to a nice area of the screen. Something goofy. Or the two of them together. Wow.
And you see how far apart they are now, but the moment that
Yeah.
he knew that Seungmin was in distress, he got up and was over by his side.
Oh,
And
yeah.
wouldn't leave his side and didn't move more than 2 feet away from him.
Mm-hmm.
I love how that relationship that they do have with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and how Anchan knows how Seungmin is. After 7 years, of course, you're going to know the insides and outsides of somebody. I'm surprised they didn't have more growing pains than what they did. The 7 years, in any relationship, the seventh year is like the make or break year. In any relationship, a marriage, or anything like that. If you know everybody goes through a hard time by the 7th year, and they are just thriving.
Yeah. They're really digging in deep and grabbing a hold of each other to keep moving forward. And it seems like this episode, particularly the series, is them taking the time to re-solidify and talking about it. And from what I saw in this, potentially talking about things that the guys have never shared with each other out loud. And are feeling safe enough to do it, not only with each other, but safe enough to do it on camera with stuff that's going to then be edited and sent out to the fans with their editors writing captions and all of those things to it. And to know that they're so secure in where they are in their adulthood and in their careers and who they portray as idols.
I think it shows a lot more maturity between them. There's a lot more maturity from this one. This is the first episode. And when we watched if you ever watch Very First Ticket Turn,
Oh yeah.
watch those with Voldemort in it. If you watch those, they're just kids.
Oh yeah.
Kids talking about kid stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're grown and they're adults. And they're, I know it doesn't seem that like all back, but 7 years at this age is huge.
Yeah.
Because you go from being a teenager to being a young man,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And then from being trainees to being really successful as well. So probably their entire career looks dramatically different from what they felt comfortable, what they could do, what they could say.
Yeah, and I love the maturity. How Christopher is only acting a little bit weird. I would call it weird. And then, like when he gets on the floor and moves away when
yeah, when he's trying to
when
get in the mood and not let focus on him. Which interestingly enough, he tries to get it to not focus on him, and that's the moment that someone really allows himself to think everything and process it, and then the floodgates are open.
Yeah. When you see him step to maturity, like, in the blink of an eye, going from that label, and then he's trying to be mature, he wants to lighten the mood, but he knows that, okay, this is a serious moment now.
Yeah.
It's time to be serious. Listen to what, Seungmin has to say.
Yeah, and the few times he tries to say he'll improve, he'll get better, he'll do more, he'll be different, it's counteracted by Seungmin saying, dude, you don't have to. There's nothing that has to change. There's nothing that has to be different. You don't have to be stronger. Things are good
because it was all, and he explained that when he was sitting in the chair itself, he explained this happened because I was in the moment, I was having those flashbacks, and the pictures were going through my head, and just reliving that moment, and those moments, that's why. Because I don't understand it, but that's why.
Yeah.
And so when he does say, hey, I'm going to do better, he said, no, you don't have to. He couldn't articulate what he wanted to say at that point in time. But no, you're doing a great job now. He couldn't go, he couldn't say himself, no, this is what was happening, so he couldn't even articulate. He didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
And this is how you know you were still kids.
Yeah.
As an older, mature person, I can vocalize, and I can, stop saying, no, this is not what you've done now, it's the things that are going in my head. When you're 25, 24, you're just letting it out, and you don't know why. But really, why you're doing these things. And that's being a little more mature and older, we get it. We understand that feeling. We know exactly what he's feeling and what he's going through. Yeah. And we've all been in that situations where we can't express our emotions, we don't know what it is. And then we can sort of go, it's family. That's what you're feeling. Yeah. You're feeling what true friendship is. You're feeling what love is. Because love isn't just love and hate. It's everything together. And that's family. And there's going to be days where you don't like somebody. There's going to be days where you love them over the moon. And there's going to be days where it's just there. Yeah. That's like the family. And Sigmund went through a lot. You can tell he went through a lot. It's great. He's an amazing kid. He's an amazing kid. That's all I'm going to say. He's an amazing kid. And he's quirky. I love that he's quirky. And I love that he's not like the typical, he's not like all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody has like a certain thing about them. And Sigmund is just off in his own world sometimes. And I love that he can sit there and just isolate himself from everything that's going on around him and just take it in. I love it. I love it. I love when he goes into his own little world.
Yeah, and he's fully accepted for being exactly who he is and appreciated for what he's capable of and for what he's, I'm sure to some extent for what he's not capable of. And he's seen as the individual that he is and his own strengths and always
Sigmund is. I love Felix in his relationship though. I love it. Yeah. I love it beyond anything else because you can see how accepting Felix always is of Sigmund. Always. Protective and very, very accepting of no matter what quirks, whatever isms he has. Well, Felix just loved it. I love it. I love the relationship. I love the Christopher's relationship. I love his and Vinny's relationship. I love his relationship with everybody because him and Huntington with him, they go to protect him. That's what they do. They might tease him unmercifully, you know what I mean? But they protect him more than anybody else in that group. I love it. I love everything about it. And they accept him for who he is and how he is. Yeah. And all of his isms are just beautiful. His voice is just beautiful. And I don't think Chan could give that song to anybody else in that group, not even Hun. And it come out as wonderfully done as it was.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a beautiful choice and a very heartfelt choice to get his song get his writing to become Seungmin's song. And that I think
Sigmund would do it. And I think he would do it justice and do it the way that Archie Christopher wanted it and needed it to be said and done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I can't do the happy upbeat music to a song like Hollow. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hollow had some really deep emotional feelings to it. I cannot do that upbeat kind of song. Hollow. I wanted it to be just like Goodbye. That's what I wanted Hollow to be like. In my brain, it can't process that they have these songs with the lyrics.
Yeah.
Lonely Street is another one that gets me. Street Lights is another one that gets me. I don't know what you call them, but the music is different than what the lyrics are saying. And in my mind, I hear it's like that is not that song, right? I wanted to with my heart out. And this song, Goodbye with my other little heart out, holding the hollow, whatever. Yeah. And it's because that association.
Well, and I love that they even mentioned in here, they made the artistic choice that there's no leveling, or there's no backing vocals, there's no stacking of the vocals, it's just his one pure voice sharing that message. And to be that specific heartstring that's plucked. Whereas with Hollow, the more I see them talk about it, it was done very intentionally that it's about the idea of being hollow inside but putting on a great performance. So it has that upbeat music and it has that poppy dance to it, but then they keep straight faces the whole time because that's the full experience that they're expressing to me, which is discordant. It is uncomfortable to hear that upbeat tune to then actually recognize what they're saying and being like, oh, you're miserable, but you're smiling through being miserable. Whereas in this one, they were like, nope, just pull directly from that one string from your heart and put it out there. I want to actually, because we are talking about the song, there's one other thing I want to share. So I'm going to sit quiet for a second. Oh, good. I'll be able to go straight to it. Okay. So I pulled up the Instagram post that Seungmin put up to the song with the translations. And it's got the first.
Yeah, we went through it when we did the, what's it called on it?
Oh, okay. You actually went through the before and the after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Then I won't duplicate it. I didn't watch the whole video because I started crying again. I was watching it and I loved it and I started sobbing and I turned it off.
Please don't play it again because I cannot go through that emotional heartbreak again and cry again when we have other members of our team that want to do it tomorrow with me. So I'm going to have to go through it like 3 different times so I can't.
Oh, yeah, no, that's why I was like, I'm not playing the song. I was just going to the Instagram. Because the thing that really stood out to me was him saying that he took extra time to go back and do it again, and that he hadn't thanked him, that someone hadn't thanked Chan for giving him the song, and to think that someone's been listening to it for a whole year and just been sitting there knowing that it was going out.
Keeping it for a whole year, and then still not wanting it to go out.
Yeah.
And second is, when it comes to his music, we've seen this in a lot of the codes, and we've seen it in a lot of clips and reels, where Seungmin, if he doesn't think it's perfect, he is going to go back and do it over and over and over again. I think there's one clip where it shows him recording it. It was perfect. Everybody thought it was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
They literally had to kick him out of the studio, tell him to go. It was Aya's turn to record. Yeah. And then him coming back after everybody was done and going, I still don't think I did it right. Mm-hmm. And then having to grab him and sit him down and go, hey, no, it's perfect. It's great. You know, but that's his mentality. He won't let it go unless it's perfect.
Exactly. And then the other two things that stood out to me was Channy saying, am I ashamed to sing? And him being able to put it out. To me, that reads as him performing it himself. He didn't think he would ever actually have shared it, but because he gave it to Seungmin, it was safe to go out and would still say and do what he did. And then I don't know if it was caught, but the lights in this sequence shining down on Chan on the stage, it's the 7 lights for the 7 members. Yep. And then there's occasionally a light that's coming from significantly farther away. That to me has always felt like his family that just shines over and then passes through and then shines back over and passes through. And I thought those were beautiful artistic touches for something that was done so simply with just 3 pictures on the screen. They didn't have to show a ton of things because the words and Seungmin's voice did it, but they were able to.
And he's a little kid. Look, it's when Chan first left. It's a little kid in the beginning, and you go to the second picture. Go to the first picture, it's a little kid.
Yeah.
And you go to the second picture, it's a little kid. And then if you go to the very last picture, it's the last picture.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
So a kid.
Yeah. No matter how much growing up we do to our families, we're still little kids.
Yeah.
Especially to our parents.
Oh, that's not something.
Yeah, and the idea of him being away from his family in a verse that sounds like it's written to his parents, but it also made me think for myself, you know, never having traveled that far away from my family, but those moments when I turn and look at my own parents who are elderly at this point and realizing just how much of their lives I have not paid attention to because I was off living my own when I was just down the street or a few towns over. And so all of those transitions that we go through in our lives and the excessiveness of the version he went through by leaving the country to do it and having this chance to speak so clearly and eloquently and emotionally to both that family and the family he's found.
Where's Big Chan off to? Just got an alert that he's boarding a plane.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where are you going, mister? It just came an alert on my phone. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah. No, but it was beautiful, and I'm glad that I'm so grateful that we got the song as much as it crushes me.
Yes.
I'm itchy, so I didn't say thank you properly. I love that little speech.
No, it's not like that. You have to go and copy and paste what he puts in there and put it in Google and have it translated again because the translation on YouTube isn't correct.
Oh, yeah. No, I read someone else's translation too. It's worded weird, but I personally like the I'm itchy, so I didn't say thank you properly. That's okay. I'll take that one. I knew exactly what you meant, honey, but I like the I'm itchy. That's part of the fun of translation. It's like, I know what you mean to say. I can look up what you actually said, but some of them I just get the good chuckle out of. But I love
I like
this.
the ones that come in on Bubble.
Oh, the Bubble ones are amazing.
I'm like, oh, I have to go Google some translated for different ways. Once he speaks word. I know he did not just say what he said.
Yeah.
That just didn't happen.
All right, well, let's wrap up here. We will definitely be back for the next Two Kids Room. Oh, all those previews have me so anxious for each and every one because they weren't like.
Leo's one scares me too.
Yeah.
You know what? That one scared me. That's going to be a deep one too. When he said that, I didn't know. Yeah.
I think these guys are really taking the opportunity that's being granted to them in the Two Kids Room to have the serious conversations, which I had always assumed they were having, but now after watching this episode, it seems like there's still tons of things left unsaid in all the time that they've all been living and working together. But it seems like every single one of them is going to be having some conversation of something that they need to get out. I'm just nosy, so I'm curious as I'll get out to find out. To not find out. Let me rephrase that. I'm just hella curious what other things they talked about that wasn't included in this and how long they stayed in that room and all different things. Which of course is not, my right to know, just nosy bitch and all other things. But we will definitely be back. I'm assuming these episodes are going to be weekly, but we'll see when they actually drop. Because I usually tend to do these weekly, so we'll probably except for again next Monday. But thank you everyone for joining us. As I have said in previous long-winded reactions, when you see Belle's name, get yourself a drink and get comfy because I like to tear things apart and deep dive and analyze them. Join us again in our next one. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Join us on Twitch. And we've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, and we've got Discord. That's pretty awesome. If I say so myself, to be listening to everything. Oh, yeah.
Patreon.
We do have a Patreon where a lot of the things that we can't upload here for whatever combination of reasons ends up over there. So feel free to take a look at that as well. And we will talk to you everyone soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.
I'd like to melt in his mouth.